Hey, welcome back to another episode of Johnscryptotherapy. Today we're going to look at Ecomi, we're going to look at the 1 hour chart, and we're going to see exactly what price is doing at this very moment. Before we do get started, I do want to talk about the symmetrical triangle, very important triangle, and we were talking about a key breakout that was going to happen. So at this very moment, this is exactly where we left off, and we're talking to ourselves, if price breaks up, we're going to go back into the zone to see if we're going to get rejected or if we're going to break above structure. Right now, price did go towards that. We're looking for some indecision, which we are seeing. If this does continue, we are going to see a downwards move, and we could collect some profits and then rebuy at the very lows around these sections right here. We're going to be talking about those levels very shortly. So first, I do want to talk about why it's important to understand when we were at this point in time, I did draw a box right here, guys. This box was to define to us that if it doesn't break out and did not give us any confirmation, what is going to happen? It's going to go back down and try to respect this trend line. Of course, this trend line did not go into our zone, but it did go towards the zone right beside it. This was a level in the market. We were trying to say we were going to see some wick rejections all the way back up. For those that did place their limit orders or their buy orders right here, you would have caught some great profits towards the upside, and you would have made a ton of money as well. And let's look at the profit range right here. Let's say you got in towards this level right here and you went all the way to the top. That's a 3% move. 3% move on anything that you put in. That's awesome, especially when you know Ecomi is going to be the future for this NFT world. And we do have a lot of great things that's going to happen for Ecomi. Why am I so influenced on Ecomi and why I think you should have some OMI tokens? I do believe it is going to be revolutionary and it is going to change a lot of lives. That's the truth about OMI, and that's why I'm so heavily invested in Ecomi in the long-term run. So right here, we're going to be talking about now. Price did break above the structure and we were saying to ourselves, what is going to happen here? Guys, as you knew, what did I say? If price breaks one of these levels, we're going to look for a structural values to the upside or to the downside. If we did break the downside, we want to see a breakout, retest, and a confirmation. And guess where full profits are going to be taken? They're going to be taken around these levels. Same thing over here. So let's just say you got into the trade off of this breakout. You would have got into a retest right here and your stop loss 100%. If you are doing this the right way, let's just say you got into your trade here, has to be below the bottom trend line. So if you knew this was the structure, you could have looked for your swings. So let's say this was your swing low, then you would have seen another swing to the upside, and now this would be your next swing. So if that's your next swing, your stop loss could go just above there, and you could have made it a tight stop loss, and you would have looked for your 2 to 1. Of course, 2 to 1 is out of our zone, and we didn't really care. We were looking for at least a 1 to 1, and you guys can see clearly we did make some profits. This was such a great trade. We're looking at structure right now. What is happening in this price action? It's very easy to see, guys. Looking left of structure, this zone is a solid zone. So let's look left of structure, and you guys can see right here, we can see we had no wick rejection, price just fell. Again, no wick rejection, price just fell. Right here, we do see that price is trying to go in once. It did go in twice, and now it is reacting the third time. If prices do not break above structure, when I say break, guys, we need to see a full range candle. Let's just say this is the candle. We want to see the candle within be green and a full range. If the wicks on the candle is longer than the body, let's say the body's right here, the wicks are longer, this is not a bullish sign, guys. This is not telling me get into the market. This is actually showing me that the sellers are here and we're looking for a reversal technically to the downside. So keep an eye on this candle, guys. This candle is going to be really important, just like the candle that's forming right now. This right here, it is a shooting star. It is bullish because of the sentiment of the candle, but this is a reversal pattern. Guess where? To the downside. If it does close like this, we could look for one key sign for a red engulfing candle. Now, if we do have a red engulfing candle, let's just say like this, and we do see a red and the body is really big, and of course it's engulfing. The reasons why it's called an engulfing candle, guys, it is engulfing the prior moves. Let's say it goes like this. This is engulfing 3 to 4 candles before it, showing us that the sentiment is strong to the downside. The reasons why I like trading these type of setups, especially with the double top, guys, don't sleep on the double top. Double top is really a key information right here, showing us a reversal could be happening right now. And a double top is when price went up twice, could not break above structure, and now if we see a red engulfing candle, this is going to be a trade setup that I'm going to be getting into. Of course, I want to see more price action, but this is a simple trade anyone can get into. So this would be a price action zone, I will look for a break below these wicks just to be safe a little. And of course, my take profit all the way towards the bottom, and my stop loss just above structure, looking left of structure. I want to make sure it clears all of these zones. If this is in the same level, and I know there was a wick rejection all the way here, I do want to put a little bit higher. Stop loss are very important, guys. If you are not playing your stop loss card the right way, you are going to be trapped in this environment. You do want to have a stop loss. Your risk to reward has to be crucial, especially if you are trying to lock these profits going down. Of course, we do put 3 take profits. The only reasons why we put 3 take profits in case of a reversal. That means the price goes down here and it does reverse. We do cut our stop loss a little bit short so that if price does come down here and it goes back up, we lose little to no money because we are bringing our stop loss to break even. That means once we hit our first take profit, we could make it to break even. That means if prices go back, we're losing absolutely nothing and we just got a break even trade. Of course, when we hit take profit 1, we're looking for 20% to 30% taking profits. It's different risk to reward and it's totally up to you and how you want to trade. This is a very simple strategy and it works all the time. You got to be patient and you got to make sure the right money management is always in play. If prices don't go down and we do not see this red candle, guys, I do want to give you another idea for the upside this time. So if prices do break to the upside, what you could do is 2 things. You could be one of those traders that holds off on a trade. You could look for a green bullish candle. You can hold off on a trade. You don't have to get into a pocket trade right here. And you could say to yourself, you know what, this trade is okay. Stop loss just above structure. Let's just say you want to go below the swing. But then the risk reward is not good. You would need to have a tight stop loss and your take profit would be a little bit above structure 2 to 1, and you would have done this as your first take profit. Better decisions sometimes will be not trading this zone. Trading the zone could give you some volatile and it could go back down. What you could do if you just wanted to be a little bit safer, wait for structure to break this key zone that we were looking at. Reasons why this is a more high probability trade and we would not get faked out, because if we do enter a trade here, now we could run with this. Why? Stop loss just above the previous structural zone to give us a lot of confluence and then go to your 2 to 1. Really great trade, but of course we're looking for patterns to show us it could go up this way. And the reasons why I like my 2 to 1 towards the upside is we were talking about this throughout this whole week, and this week we were talking about this beautiful head and shoulders. This head and shoulders just broke out. We still want to see this breaking of structure just to give me confluence. This is my trigger spot, so when it is broken, I'm looking for my retest confirmation, looking for my buys. The reasons why I love this trade is when we're looking at this and we're looking for our full take profits. Let's go for the first initial breakout. We can see our 2 to 1 is exactly on point. So that means if I do take a trade here, this is a perfect risk to reward, and these are the type of trades that I'll be taking. Look left of structure, find your zones that you're trying to find your pockets of take profits. So that will be my second, this is my third, and of course we're looking for my first. So this would be a price action zone right here, guys, and this will be a beautiful trade to the upside. So right here, my first take profit, 0.0017. My second will be 0.001798. And finally, my take profit would be 0.00185. Great structure, guys. This is beautiful, and I do like this position. Also, the symmetrical triangles take profit. Let's put that in as well. And you guys could see it does go towards my first take profit, giving me confirmation that this is more than likely to happen, but the only way it's going to happen if this structure right here at 0.001686 is broken. If that's not broken, I do believe we're going to see a pump to the upside. Maybe we could get sideways action, and of course 2 things can happen. We could get a strong break to the upside or a fake out, and then we can see price going all the way back down. Guys, this is a tricky market, really fun to trade if you are being a little bit more experienced and you're understanding your structures. But once again, we are going to be talking about the realistic fact that if this does close like a double top, and the candle right here, guys, you can see it's a red candle slowly going to a green, but still an indecision candle. We do not take any trades until the close of this candle to confirm our signal to the downside is strong. Very simple, very effective. Wait for the close. I am looking to sell if price does break 0.001616, and we are going towards the bottom. We are going to look for a 1, 2, 3. If prices break towards the top side, I'm going to hold off. This is going to be a red zone for me. That means I'm not looking for a pocket trade in here. That means I'm just going to be smart about it. I'm going to wait for my opportunity and wait for 0.001689. So that is my little strategy that I'm going to be taking and I'm going to be implementing. I'm going to tell you guys my results when prices do go there. But there's a lot of my students that are making tremendous amount of money just off of simple price action. And one more thing, guys, consistency is the way to go. And of course, you don't need to trade every single day. You don't need to trade every single pattern. You need to just trade the right pattern. Like a lion, you don't need to hunt every day, but when the right opportunity comes, you need to make sure to strike. And this is how trading is about. If you guys do like this, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, remember, this is not financial advice. This is just my advice and what I give to my students and how we grow together in this community. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take it easy and John out. Peace.